OMG, bitch. We're back. We're back up in this thing. Okay, so I just figured that I would kill two birds with one stone since I have not been in here in a while. And I just figured that I would do an update while I get dressed for something that I'm doing like an interview for a show, but I'm kind of like confused by it because I was told that I was chosen, and then they're like, oh yeah, you got an interview and you have to interview with a friend or family member. So I was like, okay. And I'm like, okay, so what not? I got to do my makeup and stuff. I want to look presentable. So why not also make a YouTube video? And I was like, this would be so great too, so I could test my camera, because as y'all can see, my camera's moving right now. It's moving. So this is perfect. So how's everybody been? Long time. Oh my God. So I have some updates, and everybody's been like, people that know about my YouTube, they've been like, you know, you don't make any videos. I really enjoy your YouTube. And then other people like, why don't you have a YouTube? And I'd be like, oh no. Even though I know that I do have a YouTube, I just don't post on it. But I want to do better. I really do. I would like to have success in this. So I just felt like, you know, two birds, one stone. Why not just dive right on in, bitch? So what we're gonna do is get ready with me. Now, I'm not gonna like do anything to the bottom, but I'm gonna do my makeup. I'm gonna wave my hair out, and then I'm of course gonna change the shirt because the shirt is horrendous. But yeah. And then so see, this camera is all crazy. This camera is 10 ways to crazy, honey. Really, my makeup space is too small. And it's in my closet now. It was in my closet at a previous house, but the layout was completely different, and the closet was way bigger than this one is. Even though this place that I'm in now, that I've been in for a year now, I like it a lot better. I like the layout and the appliances better at the other place, but everything else is better here. So I'm not going to complain too much, because the other place, the neighborhood was going straight to H-E Dubs. Let me see if that's my car. Ugh. Okay, it wasn't. That's so funny. I'm just talking about how nice this neighborhood is, and I'm like, oh, let me see if that's my car. This neighborhood is really, really nice, but in every in every good neighborhood, there's always a rotten apple. And in every bad neighborhood, you know, there's usually good people. Right next door to me, the most ratchet of ratchets. Honey, they just let their kids go ziggity boom. Their little baby, little toddler is never dressed appropriately. Be just running in the middle of the street. This is a quiet street, but people use this street to avoid the light. So every time I see him just randomly running in the middle of the street, I like, please don't let this kid get hit. The parents, who knows where the fuck they are, in the house, living it up. I hate just, you can't even call them parents, just caretakers, if you can call them that are like that. It's like, what is the point? Okay, so we're already at 6:30. I have to be on there in a little over an hour. So let's get this on the road. I'm trying to get my mirror straight, so it's like, so it's not like I'm, like right now I'm looking at the camera, so I'm trying to put my mirror in and I need a new mirror. I really just been neglecting also like my whole love for makeup and all that. It's because I've just been so busy. Life has just been busy. I've also been working my job by myself. You know, I'm supposed to have a partner, but I've been working it by myself. She's coming back, but then she's getting ready to leave out again. So I just been super busy. I've been traveling or whatever. But anyways, I want to make this video, and it's so crazy because I feel like everybody in my family is going through something right now, and it's so weird because I don't even really talk to a lot of the people in my family. Hopefully this is gonna have to do. So I want to talk about mental health today. And oh, I can look at the camera. Oh my God, I'm so crazy. So I want to talk about mental health. And so I want to say like a month and some weeks ago, I had not really like a mental health. Well, I guess it was, yeah. I guess I had like a mental health episode where, and it was so crazy. I just was like, I woke up and I'm like, okay, I feel off, but I'm like, okay, maybe I'm just like, I was just feeling so fatigued, so tired. Then I was like, okay, I have no appetite, which is really weird because I'm super greedy. I like eating. I don't eat a lot of like food. Like I don't just eat 30 potatoes, but I do like my snack food and my junk food. I didn't want any of that. I was just tired. I was just like something, like I didn't have any harmful thoughts. Oh, I've already primed my face. I didn't have any harmful thoughts, but I just felt like, like tired. I'm just like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, I was just asking myself, like, what am I doing here? What is going on? What am I accomplishing? And it started from, honestly, I saw something and I got really insecure about something, and I just felt like, I felt exactly like if anybody watched this Selena Gomez clip that's floating around today where she was like, when am I ever going to be enough just for me? You know, when am just I going to be enough? Like, why do I need to be attached to somebody else? And that's exactly how I felt. And I was like, this is crazy. And then I also was like thinking to myself, wait, I was depressed as a kid, and I did not realize that I was depressed as a kid until like recently, like a few years ago. Like one day I was just thinking like, okay, I was having all these thoughts and just bad self-esteem, and I just had nobody in my corner as a kid. And I was just thinking to myself, wait, honey, you were depressed. It's so crazy. Like I was literally depressed pretty much my whole childhood, and it just came to me. I just realized it. And so when I had that feeling a few weeks, maybe it was like a whole month. Yeah, it was probably close to almost 2 months ago now. I was like, oh no. We're not doing this. Not at this big old age. Not where there's help and stuff like that. And I have been saying like I really want to speak to a therapist because I have a lot of like trauma that I want to let go of, and I get like, it's just the things that I want to change and I want to speak to a professional about, because I know, number one, I don't really have any friends. I have a lot of associates, but I really wouldn't call them friends. Now, saying associates is not a bad thing, because like some people take that as shade. No, I have associates that are super cool. You know, we can hang out and stuff like that. But what I don't really consider myself to have like an actual friend, because I feel like, okay, friends are calling each other. Even when you're not calling each other, you're texting. Hey, how you doing? Oh, did you hear about this? This was funny. Let me share this with you. Did you hear about this job opportunity? Like, that's a friend, and I don't have that, which is fine. It is what it is. At the point in my life where you were supposed to be making friends, I was in the hospital being made fun of. So I kind of like skipped that whole, oh, this person can be your friend, you know? So I was like, okay, I also don't have any family. I have family, but my family does not prioritize me. And so I went online. Well, first I went on my damn insurance. So if you're watching this and you're thinking about talking to somebody, go on your insurance first, please. Because you don't want to be stuck with a bill. And I know about a little bit about insurance because I used to do prior authorizations. So I went to my insurance, and even though my job, we switched from Medical Mutual, which I think is like the best. We have a different insurance now, but their app is amazing. So, disclaimer, go on your insurance's app and see what is in your plan. It tells you exactly, like the app tells me this person is in your plan. This service is covered at this percent with this many visits, and that's how it goes. So I found someone, a Black woman, and I set up an appointment, and I took a break from social media. I think it was like 2 weeks. My goal was a month, but I was feeling better after 2 weeks. 3 weeks it was. And that wasn't at her recommendation. That was at my own recommendation, because what really triggered it was what I saw online. And I started to have self-doubt, and I just started to feel like, damn, I am not good enough. Like, god damn. I try, I get so far, but then something is chosen over me, and I just took it so personally. And I was just like feeling just defeated and just bad. And I had actually went to therapy before. So when I was a kid, I went to therapy with my mom and my then stepdad, because my stepdad had a lot of, I have no idea, I don't talk to him, a lot of mental issues. So we went for like family therapy, but the therapist, and I wish I knew their name because I really think that they should get their license taken away. So we had like a one-on-one talk, and she goes, okay, so I think she was like, tell me about something. I can't remember exactly what she said verbatim, but I remember she said, so is this true what you're telling me? Because I'm told that you lie a lot. And so after she said that, I literally just sat there like, bitch, if you asking me some shit and you're talking about, but you're a liar because you're listening to what he says. You're supposed to be a fucking family therapist, and you already taken one side of things. I didn't have anything else to say. So needless to say, I only went to one visit, but we went with him. So that was my experience with therapy. And it was just something that, like, I'm like, from that experience, I'm like, I don't even want to. That's why I always had like it in my mind, like, ugh, therapist, ugh, I don't want to do it. But, you grow older and you learn and you get your mind right, and like, okay, this could definitely benefit me. So I went to the therapist. I talked to her about things. We worked on things. I bought a book. The book is so deep. Oh my gosh. And it was so crazy because, like, I was reading the credits, and I sometimes I feel like they be so dramatic, and it says like, okay, so this is a book that's gonna make you dig deep, and it was just using all these words, and I'm like, this is a fucking book. No, that book is so deep. I have not gotten far in the book, but it's a self-help book, and it's deep. Every time I start to journal in that book, it brings me to tears, because that's how fucking deep it is. But so I'm going to still continue the therapy. So the woman that I'm seeing, she is taking some time off. So I reached out to another therapist a couple of days ago, and I'm just waiting to hear back. But honey, I'm telling you, especially if you are one person on your own, because I am a person that is on my own, I do not have a support system. And when I say that, I'm noticing that people are taking offense to it, but it's the truth. Like, I have people that I can chit chat with, but I just do not consider them a support to me. Like, here's a prime example. When I call somebody, which is very rarely, and I'm sad because I keep my feelings to myself because I know I don't have a support system. So when I call somebody and I'm sad about something, and I get sent a voicemail. But these same people can call me about the stupidest shit. I won't even say stupid because, you know, your issue is your issue. It's not stupid. Something that I think is so minor, they will call me about, talk to me, vent, you know. I'm like, okay, well, you know, I try to figure out, let me try to help this person, because that's just how I am. And, you know, I don't want to see people that I care for just hurt and sad and upset. So I am that to them, but every time, on the rare occasions that I have needed to talk to somebody, I call them, I get sent to voicemail. Call me hours later. Oh, I didn't see your call. Or, oh, what happened? Or if they do answer, oh, you know, I'm sorry to hear that, but I'm in the middle of something right now. So can I call you back? So to me, that's when I say, that's what I mean. I don't have a support system. I would never do that to somebody. Somebody is calling and going through something, and you thought to reach out to me for help. I'm going to step to the side. I have to use my AirPods when I get ready to do this interview, because the dog is so everywhere. But I make it a point to stop and to listen to people and to just hear them out and, you know, try to be reassuring. And I always try to make people laugh in sad situations, because I feel like, you know, some things are sad. You can't change it. I can't. It's nothing that I can say to change it. You still gonna be sad. I can't help you through this situation, but I can make you laugh to at least get your mind kind of off of it. And I don't have that. So I don't have a support system. And then when I was telling the therapist about that stuff, and I was like giving her examples, and she was like, this is why I like her. Yeah, you don't have a support system. Say it out loud so that you hear it. Hear me when I say it. You do not have a support system. You do not have, you have people that care about you and love you, but it is not in the way that you necessarily need. It's in a regular way of where, how, you know, we care about human beings. Like, you don't want, you would hate for people, like the kids next door, they get on my fucking nerves. I would hate for them to get hit by a car. It's like that. But I don't have, like, set people that care about me. And I really, she was like, you know, and there's people that love you. I really don't even think I have that, which is fine. But, ugh. So she was just like, you know, this is what it is. Now, what are we going to do? What are you going to do to not let it drive you crazy? And I'm like, well, what should I do? So what I have been doing is just releasing it in love. Like, honestly, seriously. Okay, I accept. Well, all you can do is accept it. You can't change people. I don't want to change anybody. I understand, like, this is the shit that I say out loud and shit that I write down. I understand that you are not in a position to care for me the way that I care for you, or the way that I have cared for you, and that's fine. I release you in love. I don't want any bad to happen to anybody. I'm putting myself first, putting my wants first, putting my needs first. And I'm just not going to let it consume me, you know? And I'm telling you, that's, like, I just feel so free. Like, because it would just hurt my feelings so bad. But it was like, she told me, like, why is it hurting your feelings? You're not doing anything wrong. They're not doing anything wrong either. It's just, it's what it is. It's like, it's no different from you, you know, not liking whatever. Like, example, I don't like avocado. What should all avocados hate me because I don't like them? No. It's just what it is. What can I do to move on from it? What can the avocado do to move on from it? And that's where I'm at. And I'm just so happy to just finally hear it. It made me happy that it's like, because people in my family tend to gaslight me all the time. They know how I feel. oh, you know, that's not true. That's not true. But then you show me by your actions that it is true. And then it's like, I'm feeling like, okay, am I overreacting? Am I fucking crazy? No, I'm not. I'm valid in my points. Now, what the fuck? What are we going to do? What's the next step? I'm going to get over this shit and move the fuck on. So that's what I've been doing, you know? And you just got to like put yourself first, is what I'm trying to say. Long story short, put yourself first. It is not being selfish. Because I always feel like, you know, I don't want to, just like she was like, why are you so worried about cutting off someone who does not prioritize you in any capacity? Well, because, you know, we've been close and we do have good times. Yeah. Good times when they want it. Good times when they need something. But when I need something, which is rare, oh, I can't do this. But then I see that you're doing that for other people. So it's like, okay. Hey, I released your ass in love, honey. Honey bunny. And it's also the same in relationships, because this whole thing triggered from a relationship that I was starting when I saw something and I felt like first of all, I have this big issue where I'm always in competition, because like growing up, I was never good enough. I always have to prove. Oh, we don't want Joelle to do it with her leg. Her leg is going to do it. She can't do it because of her leg. Oh, she can't do it because of this. She can't do it because that's. And so I just always felt like I had to prove myself. And like the therapist is like, girl, you don't need to prove yourself for fucking what? People going to take you as you are or leave you. But just going out of your way to prove something to somebody that does not want to give me the same respect, somebody or somebody's, is pointless. And that's where I am. I needed that. I needed somebody to have my back. I needed somebody to hear me, you know? Like, hear me. Don't just brush me off when I'm saying I don't feel like people care about me. I don't feel like I'm loved. I don't get the same, what do you want to call it? I don't get the same respect and appreciation and love and care and that I give people, that I give other people. People have no problem asking me for things, but I know I can't ask them for anything. So it's like, all right, yeah, you can't ask them for anything. They do not care about you in the way that you care about them. Okay. What up? What's next? What else? What are we doing? So that's where I am. And I'm happy about it. Okay, I don't know if this was a good comment. Let me make this pop a little bit more. I don't want to like do anything too crazy. I just want to be like a little natural, but just not too crazy. So, yeah, and I just think that people need to see a counselor. And this is like, because you don't want it to ruin your personality. And I was just thinking like, this shit is ruining my personality. It's making me sad. And I'm in a town where I don't need to be sad. Like, there's so much to do here if I want to do it. Granted, it's getting cold outside, but I don't need to be in my house just like in a rut. There's no need for it. I need to be positive, and positive things will come. And anybody that's watching this, be positive. Positive things will come. You are good enough. And maybe the people that you're trying to gravitate to don't see that. That's fine. Gravitate to some motherfuckers that do see that. That ain't fucking slow. Because clearly they're slow if they don't see that your ass is flawless. Because I know I am. And, you know, and it's okay to talk to a therapist. I mean, to me it was kind of intimidating at first. Because it's like, because of that first situation, it's like, ugh, I don't want this person to think that I'm crazy, or like, I don't want to be, I always don't want to be a burden to people. And then too, like, sometimes, like, because I was even talking to her, like, we got deep. Like, I was even talking to her. She's like, what do you believe in and stuff like that? And I was telling her, like, yeah, I am a spiritual person, but a lot of times I don't pray about things because I feel like there's so much in the world going on. The shit that I'm going through is so small. Like, so I would just, like, try to handle it on my own. And then she's just reminding me, girl, for what? You don't need to take care of that. If you could handle it on your own, I wouldn't be needing her help. And that's so true. That's so true. So I encourage everybody to go to therapy. I encourage, you know, if you believe in a higher power, to speak to your higher power. You just got to do what you got to do. You only get one life. You don't want to make yourself sick. Like, I was sick. I was in such a bad space. I was sick. Like, I was tired. I had no energy. Sick. Like, just wanting to just sleep. And then come into work in a bad mood. The sleep wasn't enough. Do not give nobody that much power over you. Do not do that shit. You are somebody. You are worth everything that you want. All your desires. Your feelings are valid. You deserve to be heard. Even if, you know, you feel a certain way and maybe, because she's like, maybe you should reach out to these people and talk to them about it. And I'm still thinking about it because I just feel like, no. I have ways to cope. I understand. It is what it is. And I just want to leave it at that. Because I don't want to look back. But speak to somebody and let them help you get there, you know? There's nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. And write stuff down. Do not let stuff eat you up in the inside, honey. Don't let it. And you know what was so crazy? I was feeling all that bad and stuff. Honey, I don't even think I lost no weight. So it was like, what the fuck was I... Like, what did this do for me? I didn't even lose no weight off of this. I'm still thick as a Snicker. Thicker than a damn Snicker, really. So, yeah. And just release childhood trauma. And then I was also talking to her, like, you know, when I tell certain people certain things, like this happened when I was younger and this made me feel away. And she was like, you know, the reason that you can't get over it is because no one ever listened to you. And it's not your fault that they didn't listen to you. Like, they only listened to me to a certain percent. And then they're just, oh, you know, no, you don't know. You're overreacting. You don't know. Okay, but it was how I feel. It's how I feel. It's how I felt. It was the situation made me feel this way. And we are all entitled to that damn feeling. If a motherfucker don't want to hear you, fuck them. Okay, I don't like this makeup. I'm going to try to make it pop with I should have did like a pink or something. Whatever. Your points are valid. And I'm going to get into a whole nother video too. Just about the different traumas that I had. Because I honestly feel like my stepfather really did ruin the shit that he did. And I feel bad because my mom had to deal with it firsthand. I mean, we both had to deal with it. But she is different of when you're a kid. And then this is somebody that you are married to. So I see things on that side, and I have to let things go. But I also got to call a fucking spade a spade. He definitely ruined a dynamic of my life. Like, my life could have been so much different. And, you know, parents, you just really got to see the signs. And that goes into... again, to where Like, I always feel like I'm in a competition. I need to prove... Oh, where the heck is my foundation? Prove that I'm worthy. Prove that, you know, give me some attention. Because I always felt like no matter what, my stepdad was chosen over me. And I understand when people are like, you know, mama got a life too. Yeah, but your kids are your kids and we did not ask you to be here. Like, seriously. So that's something that I'm still working on, you know, forgiveness, because I am a grudge holder. And it's like, wow, you know, like you really, this man really came in, because I used to have a really good relationship with my mom. This man really came in and just ruined our relationship. And then it just went from there to there. And it was like, I just felt so trapped. Okay, that was too much foundation. I felt so trapped and just alone because I didn't have anybody to talk to. My dad wasn't there. I had told my grandfather, and my grandfather stood up for me. But it made it bad at my house. So then I'm like, I'm not going to tell anybody any of this abuse. And it wasn't like sexual abuse, but it was verbal abuse. Mostly verbal abuse. One-time physical abuse. But it was like, I'm not going to tell anybody, because when I do, I get in trouble at home. Now I'm just more isolated. And that's what I mean. Talk to your fucking kids. Like, stop picking people over your damn kids. At the end of the day, it is what it is. I can't change it now. It is what it is. I accept it, whatever. We're moving on. But it really changed the dynamic. And it makes me sad. And it's like, damn. I really wish that things were different between us. And the best that I can do now is work on it. Just like she told me, the therapist. Okay, so look, are we dwelling on this, or are we forgiving and doing better? And I'm going to try to forgive and do better. But sometimes it's easier said than done. It's easier said than done. But writing it on paper and just releasing it all. Seriously, really. It sounds so corny. Seriously, though. Release it in love. Like, seriously. Because if you don't, if you holding on to anger with it, it's just doing nothing but just eating you up. And don't give anybody any more power. Release it in love. Ain't nobody worth your motherfucking time. We got cocktails to drink. This is shit from KT. Well, not KT, from the Venus Malformation. This is new. These are new. That's newer, but it's been like a year or so. Maybe 5. No, more than a year. So like 5 years. But I got some stuff that's making it go down. These are stubborn. This was just here. It was just here, but then now it's graduated up. This is a hot mess here. Hot mess. But, dang, 30 minutes in. This video is 30 minutes in because it's going to be over 30 minutes. Therapy. Go to therapy. Black women. Women of color. Minority women. We carry so much. And then when you like, hopefully not everybody's Facebook, but my Facebook, I have a lot of men on my Facebook that just hate themselves, hate their mothers, even though they're like, I love my mama. You can't. Not when you are just disrespecting women that look like your mother, women that are your mother, women that struggle like your mother, your grandmother, your auntie, your cousins. Not when you hate them. You hate your damn self because you are of them. You are of a woman. A woman fucking carried you. So it's already hard. We carry that. We carry the, are we good enough? You know, he likes me until he sees this other girl who maybe is in better shape than I. Not on crutches like me. She can do more. She is more established, so it looks on the outside. And maybe she really is, but this is shit that's none of our fucking business, but it drives us crazy. And it's heightened, or at least it was heightened with me, when you have this self-doubt. And this is why it's good to speak to a therapist. Talk this through and let the therapist help you to just see, girl, you are you. You are where you need to be. You are who you need to be. You would only go up from there. They can see you or they don't. But either way, that is not to change anything. You do not need to change anything about yourself. You are perfect as you are. This is what it is. And it's hard sometimes, you know, when you see this Facebook, oh, I want a woman that wears makeup but looks natural, and I think it's not makeup but it is, and stomach looks like this, and runs a marathon every 2 weeks and eats kale. Like, honey, yeah, there's women like that. More power to them. Fabulous. But I'm good enough too. And it's not my place to explain to you that I am a prize in my own right. It's up to you to get to know me, to say, okay, this woman is a prize. This woman is beautiful. This woman is strong. This woman is intelligent. This woman is accepting. This woman is love. This woman is happy. She gives love. She deserves love. Like, because honestly, I did not feel that way, which is kind of hard for people to think, because I'm like, you know, I have confidence. I know I'm decent looking, but I just was like, will I ever be happy? Will I ever find somebody to accept me for me? Because I found people to accept me for me at a distance or for so long. So does that mean that I don't deserve that? Like, you know, I would just have some stinking thinking, oh my God, where's my eyelash glue? I already had a situation where I glued my goddamn eyes. Fucking eyelid was up here for hours because I had to go to a meeting looking like one of them damn baby dolls. Oh, then I found my glue, but where is it now? Fuck me. I gotta use this baby doll glue. This is a trope. This is why I need to be in here in this. I bet you was in the bathroom. Let me stop this video and come back. Okay, I'm back. It was here the whole time. I just a little ticky boom boom. Anyways, so speaking to a therapist, it just reiterates that for you. And it's just good. It's good to talk to somebody else that is not necessarily close to you. And this is kind of weird, but I felt like there was just absolutely no judgment. Like, you know, when you speak to people that you know, like people in your family and stuff like that, you do run the risk of, number one, is this person going to tell my business? So I'm not going to tell them everything because I can't trust 100% that they won't tell my business. There's that. Is this person judging me? Is this person going to share my conversation? And I had thought about that too. Like, I really don't have anybody to talk to that does not share my conversation. Like, this is a two-way conversation. It's not for another party. So I advise you, if you can, speak to a therapist. And now, you know, because of COVID, things are just, it's so accommodating. Like, oh, you can't come in, that's okay. We can do a Zoom call. We can do a FaceTime call. So, yes. I know this is like a long video. That's probably the longest video that I have. But, yeah. Speak to a therapist. If you're going through something, speak to a therapist. If you feel like you are not good enough, you are good enough. Think about it. This is like a corny way to put things, but oh shoot. It's damn I was getting my lashes done, but I like took a break from them because had a couple of them rip out. And I was like, oh no, because I already have really nice lashes. But anyways, think about this. Like, you are clearly enough. That sperm went to your motherfucking egg. The fuck? You did not have to be here. You were here for a reason. You are here for a reason. Do not second guess that. If you don't have anybody to talk to, shit, message me on social media. You know I'm always on there. I'm always on there, honey. So, yeah. I kind of want to, like, continue this video to get the final look. Maybe I'll just put I'll make the thumbnail the final look. Because now, so I had somebody lined up to help me with the thing that I'm getting prepared for, and she just told me, oh, I gotta do something else. So then I had to ask my second person, who was technically my third person, because I had to touch all my bases, because like I said, I don't have a support system. And so like normally, you know, when I think about the fact that I don't have a support system, I would be really sad about it. Like, I've cried about it. Like, damn, what am I doing wrong? You know? People say that I'm mean, but you say that I'm mean and then you turn around and ask me for help, so I can't be that mean. Or, you're mean, but do you know anything about this? What would you think? What would you do in this situation? So I can't be that mean if, you know, you're still reaching out to me, and it's like, damn. So I'm good enough for you to call me when you need something, but when I need something, I don't have anybody. That shit used to make me so sad. And it's like, now it is what it is. I can't change it. I don't have a support system. Maybe I will get one day. Hopefully I get one in a partner, you know, when I meet that one. That one that is for me, not these freaking crazy men. But yeah, so, like, it's almost time. Ooh, 7:02. Yeah, it's almost time for me to get going to this thing, and I'm just not being told, oh, I can't do it. And it's like, it is what it is. You know, I understand that I don't have a support system, and on to the second person, the second ask. Cannot dwell about it, because at the end of the day, it's not me, but it is the people that I've chosen to come in contact with. And I'm kind of like comfortable with flaky people, because I like to help people, but I like to help people even when they don't help me. I get joy out of being for people what I always wanted for someone to be to me. That's what we came to realize, which I kind of had already knew that. But again, when you hear somebody else saying it that doesn't really know you, you know, somebody from the outside saying it, you like, it just kind of makes you think like, okay, I can't be, I'm not crazy. I have not been over exaggerating. Like, people are like, oh, you're overreacting. No, I'm not overreacting. This is what it is, and it's okay. Because I can choose to either deal with it, or I can choose to move on. And yeah, it may be boring being by myself, but would I want to be surrounded by, what do you call it? Finicky people? That care about me with condition? Or do I want to work on myself and build myself? And then find people that care about me for me, genuinely. And I do have people like that. I have a couple of work friends in this group that I'm in at work. Because sometimes I'll say something, and it's so funny when other people, because the one girl, she called me, she's like, if you say that again, I'm going to come to your office, and I'm just going to stare at you, because you do this, this, and this. Like, stop selling yourself short. And I'm so used to just lowering my, like, I'm just so used to, okay, I do, hi, bye. Because, you know, I've not been heard. People bypass me. So I'm just short and sweet. And they're like, no. And they don't even know what's going on. Like, I don't talk to them. I haven't talked to them about, like, personal issues. And they're like, no. Stop doing that. You do this and this and this. You are this person. You are great. And I just appreciate them. I got to give them something for Christmas. And that's how I know that just being positive and being more, I gotta do this in the mirror, getting comfortable with myself, good things are to follow. Because it's like, they don't know my self-doubts, and they just feed into me, and it's nice, especially because they're Black women. And they're just like, girl, please, you are great, you know? Okay. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure this video is, like, all over the place. Because that's how I am. I'm all over the place a lot of times. But if you're going through something, please talk to a therapist. There is nothing wrong with you. You are the way that God intended you to be, and He makes no mistakes. You are good enough. Honey, these lashes are looking a little... See, I done got out of the flow of knowing how to do these lashes. I have to get this shit together. Okay, whatever. Hopefully they can't tell. Okay. Yeah, you are good enough. You are special. You are everything. Do not give up. You will make those goals if you stay positive and you do not let doubt take over you, take over your life. So anyways, for those of you who watched this whole video, wish me luck on this. Oh my gosh, I lost the freaking liner. Oh wait, here it is right there. Wish me luck on this whole thing, and if I am chosen, that'll be a fun video. Oh my gosh, so I'm finding everything but what I'm actually looking for. All right, well, I just lost it. Okay, that was so weird. I don't know how I just lost this freaking liner. And then this one, I can't do it because it's got like a winged tip. I bought this for a winged liner, and really it's not. It's not. It's the, okay, here's the one that I normally use. I hope that this video helped somebody. I know it was all over the place, and I do apologize. I hope that you guys will like this video and give it the thumbs up. Isn't that the same as like? Yeah, that's the same as like. Give this video the thumbs up. Make a comment if you like. A positive comment. Oh, I think my dog pooped. Oh, she didn't. My dog's been really gassy. She got sick, and ever since she's been sick, she's been so gassy. I think it's her antibiotics. But, yeah. Stay positive. You are worth it. Call that therapist up, honey. Write it down. Write down your insecurities. Do not let it sit with you and fester and grow fucking legs like a motherfucking tarantula and just be walking around your motherfucking mind fucking with you. Take your power. You are powerful. Take it. Take it. What's that dude? When they be like, you're thinking small, think big, bitch. Think big. The fuck? It's a hot girl winter, honey. And once again, thank you for watching this. Now I'm getting quiet because I'm putting on like the finishing touches, and now I don't think that this eye looks so, this clusterfuck of a makeup decision that I decided to do. It doesn't look so bad now that I've put the lashes on. So I'm going to put the finishing touches on. I'm getting closer to my meeting time. Thank you again so much for watching this. Please subscribe if you're not already. Subscribe to it. If you have a friend that you felt like needed to hear this message just all over the damn place, share it with them. Hug somebody. Hug your motherfucking self. If you don't have nobody there to hug you, take it back to fucking elementary, bitch. And put the okay. Whether you are skinny and you can make your arms touch, I can't. They almost touch, but not really. The boobs are a lot here. Or if you're bigger and you could only do that, I don't give a fuck if you can only do this. Bitch, if you don't have no motherfucking arms, close your motherfucking eyes and just do this. Just do this, honey. You are everything. Talk to that motherfucking therapist. You don't gotta tell people that you're talking to a therapist if you feel uncomfortable about it. It ain't their goddamn business. The fuck? Fuck them. Do you. Be safe. And thanks for watching this video. Mwah.